I want to thank you for getting together today. There may or may not be something that we can help you with, but I'm going to go over the areas that we work in, such as increasing your cash flow, reducing your debt, or decreasing your debt, and reducing your taxes. We also specialize in life insurance and annuities, and if that can shave years, literally years, off of your retirement date. So after that, if there's something that interests you here, we can get together at a later date. I'll write down some notes and we'll go from there. But today we're gonna just relax. Me too. So this is gonna be great. This is gonna be fun, okay? Nothing to buy today, so just put away that checkbook. Oh, I could see you were disappointed. Yes. No, it's literally nothing to purchase at all. See? Just paper and a pen. Okay, thanks. So I want to tell you a little bit about our company, Federal Financial Group. We're a national company that represents several insurance companies and other financial institutions, and some of them have billions of dollars in assets, and some have been in business for 100 years. Really solid. And our main goal is to help people learn about money, how it works, and to help it work better for them. So there's one thing we're going to try to accomplish for you. Our one specific goal is to help people become more financially independent. And what that means is that when the interest on your nest egg is earning more than you're earning at this business or on your other job, then it's over. Yeah, that's financial independence. You can do what you want when you want. It's going to be awesome. So can't wait to get into this with you. Okay, there are some issues that get in the way, some areas that, some challenges, and I'm going to go over those, and then I'm going to talk about the solutions. Take the last 10 years. Incomes have gone up, but what about prices of cost and goods? Goods and services. Oh yeah, gas, especially gas. So what happens is people get into debt, and then a lack of security sets in, and then their spending habits are just like, they get compromised, and it's a big, big problem. And let me ask you this. If you took 100 people, age 65, retiring today, what percentage would you say out of those 100 are financially secure? That is, with an income of about $35,000 or more a year. Well, 10 is really close. It's actually 4. Amazing. So what about those other 96? What are they doing? Well, they're either living off their kids or their grandkids, they're living off the government, or they're out at Walmart. I mean, they're still working. You've seen the greeters, right? Yeah, I'm sure that greeter wasn't thinking in 30 years ago that they were going to be a greeter at 65, 70, 75 years old at Walmart. But you know what? They're out of time, and it's really a problem. So here are some steps. This is what we can do to fix that, the solutions. Some key areas that we're going to weave together, these 7 steps, and help build your financial future. Now, I'm going to go through them kind of quick, so you can just kind of listen for what makes sense to you. It might be an urgent, of a more priority, and then we'll talk about a plan of attack later. But right now, I'm going to go through this, and step 1 is inspect what you expect. It's tracking, because think about it. If you like, let's say, well, this is what I do. I go out to Starbucks too much, right? So one day I decided I was going to sit down and track everything, and I found out that I was spending way too much, hundreds of dollars a year. And sure, that's one little thing, coffee, so now I make it at home. But the point is, how am I going to save for my financial future if I don't know what I'm spending today? So it's really important to track. And that's, like I said, it's number 1, it's a big thing, because you're going to find possibly areas where you can come up with some more cash to help pay down your debt or put towards your long-term goals and your dreams. So the other step 2, increase cash flow. Let me ask you this. what is your definition of cash flow? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Here's how I define it. No, yeah, it's, yeah, accounting terms, debit and credit, exactly. But what I say is, yeah, that's good. I say at the end of the month, after the income comes in and all the bills go out, what's left over, that's cash flow. I have another question for you. Do you get a tax refund at the end of the year, or are you paying Uncle Sam? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Because you know why? I was visiting with a gentleman last week, and he said, like clockwork, every year he gets about 2,800, 3,000. And I sat there, I thought, that's $250 a month. And I told him, I said, this is like an eye-opener for him. I said, that's a 0% interest loan that you're giving the government. They've got your money all year. Why don't you like look at how you can get that and put it towards paying off your long-term debt or building your long-term goals or financial future. And sure enough, he said he was going to meet with the CPA and figure out how to, calculate those exemptions so he can get that money on his take-home pay. So that's really important. Step 3 is how to eliminate debt, get out of debt quicker. We have this little function in the office, and it's called the debt eliminator. And what you see here is a list of a family's bills, their mortgage and their car loan and their credit card, and what they're doing after the next 7 or 28 years. They're going to be paying on it forever, right? But what we do is we take those payments and we apply them to the highest, it figures out how to do it, and the software tells you what to pay and when, and it shaves all these years off, and they get out of debt, including their mortgage, in 13.1 years. The idea being here that after this point, they continue with the cash flow that they were spending out, and they start paying themselves. And so here's their fund building in the rest of those years, the remaining years. And so that's a great tool. Now, also, let's just say there's a typical family over here, and their hypothetical debt structure is like this, and they're $206,000 in loan with loans that include their mortgage, a first and second, their car, and they're just wondering how long is it going to take them to get out of debt. So what they thought about was doing a debt consolidation loan. Yes, refinancing their mortgage and paying off everything and getting it at that lower interest rate over 30 years, and they were able to save $745 every month by putting everything into that debt consolidation loan, refinancing their mortgage. So here we have an annual savings of $8,940. Yeah, so their question was, do they do a 15 or a 30-year loan? So here, the principle of time value of money is really important, because I'm going to show you, you'd be surprised that you might think, well, yeah, pay off the debt in 15 years and then I have all that money. But look, 15 years at $1,716 for this mortgage, the same mortgage, but at a 15-year rate versus $1,192 at the 30-year rate. If they take that money after the 15-year mortgage and invest it for 8% for the next 15 years, they're going to accumulate $593,000, okay? And if they accumulate the difference between the two payments, between the 15-year and the 30-year, the 30-year mortgage is less. It's an additional $524 that they're saving by going with the 30-year. They're going to put that in their program for the beginning, for the full 30 years, and with time value of money, this principle showing you that at 8%, same interest rate, but that smaller amount over 30 years, they're going to have $780,000. They have a whopping $187,000 more dollars. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, this is a biggie too. This is having an emergency fund. So this is where we get to dip into our little fund if the transmission breaks and we need that $1,800, right? Well, hopefully it's it should be the principle behind this one is that there should be four key elements here. that emergency emergency fund should be in a safe place, maybe in an account like a checking that you can get to. It's got to be liquid and it's making a little bit of interest, but it's got to be separate from your checking account, and then also systematic. Now excuse me, I'll just turn off that cell phone. That emergency fund is there, like I said, when that person needs the money. And the good thing about this is it's out of sight and out of mind. Excuse me while I take this call. I'm sorry, but I'm in a meeting right now, and I'll get right back to you, okay, Kendra? Yes. For what? Oh my goodness. I'm not, okay, listen, I'm just gonna delete, it was my recording for my, I was just saying that because I was making a recording for my, my program. Errol, I'm gonna have to come back to this because my daughter's in an ambulance.